welcome to another edition of Eagle Sightings, recognizing the efforts and accomplishments of our 2011 football players. We're excited to report a first-round victory over Moore County last week in the TSSAA playoffs. Had to travel down to Lynchburg and play against a very tough and very confident Moore County team who had finished the season, I believe, 7-3 in the regular season, and had every reason to feel like a first-round win was in their favor. And we went down and played really the best game we've played all year. Really, for possibly the first time, played a full four-quarter game pretty flawlessly. There were some mistakes here and there, but overall, none of the mistakes the kind that would get you beat or you'd have to necessarily overcome. A very tough team in Moore County, a team that ran the ball well, threw the ball well, and we were going to have to play good defense and take care of the football. And anytime you win the turnover battle, you have a really good chance to win the football game. And we forced 2 turnovers, one on a punt and one a fumble recovery late in the game that helped us possess the ball and secure the win. And just a really, really solid game all across the offense, the defense, and special teams. Really the culmination of a great week of practice. Our assistant coaches put a great plan together. Our players practiced really well last week. I can't say enough about our scout team guys that gave us a great look at what Moore County would be doing on their side of the ball. Guys like Lee Dredden, Chase Clemmer, Luke Mathis, Josh Pruitt, Hayden Boucher, Zach Stevens, really as the scout team tailback, gave us a great look to show us what we could expect from the opponent. And those guys really prepared us well for Friday night. And then Friday night, just a great effort all across the board. Up front, I thought our offensive and defensive lines really played well. Just a solid game. Made the adjustments we needed to make at halftime, came out in the second half. It was really a back and forth football game. Moore County would score, then we would score, then they would score, and just come back and just, punch for punch. Really was just a fight to the finish, and we outlasted a very good Raider football team. And so we move on. But looking back on the night, just a hugely exciting night for our school and our program. Had great support from our fans that traveled down to Lynchburg and had a pep bus going, and the team was able to go and get a team meal down in Tullahoma, and just really, a great event for our school. And to come out with a victory just was really the icing on the cake there. Just some key players that contributed. Really hard to just single out a few because it was a whole team effort. But Ryan Young at quarterback stepped back in and just played a tremendous football game. Took care of the ball really well. I believe it was 12 of 17 passing with no interceptions. Ran for 3 touchdowns. I think probably the key moment in the game was when we got the ball inside the 10-yard line after the fumble punt and ran the quarterback sneak 4 times in a row and scored the touchdown on the 4th one. Just really established a dominant presence up front from our offensive line, and that carried over defensively. We were able to get them stopped and keep them out of the end zone in the 4th quarter, which was big for us. We've always said we want to start fast and finish strong, and I think Friday night was the first time that we put that all together. Played really well through the half, made the necessary adjustments, and came out and got them stopped in the second half. Held them to 1 score and were able to win the game. Taylor Shelton had a great night at receiver. Houston Downey with some big clutch catches at key moments. And Hunter Kinslow also catching the ball well and getting it upfield. And we're able to spread it around a little bit, stay really balanced. Philip Booker, our tailback, had 19 carries for some hard yards, really ran tough between the tackles and scored on a sweep early. Ryan at quarterback also had 19 carries and attempted 17 passes, so that's a really balanced attack. Brandon McCoy at fullback doing what he does, which is taking the few carries that we're able to give him and turn it into a lot of positive yardage on trap plays and quick hitting between the tackle type things. And just a great solid effort offensively by our offensive line. Sam Cooper, Hayden Mueller, Joe Whalen, Alex Gibbons again as a freshman, getting a playoff win starting at left tackle. Hunter Pierce at center, just really controlling the inside of the line of scrimmage. Just blocking well, running well, smart with the football in the passing game. And then turned it over on defense against a team that was determined to run the ball at us and played really solid. Gave up some passing yardage, but nothing that was a back-breaking kind of thing. And we're able to just control the game in the second half on the defensive side of the ball. Our defensive backfield, Ryan Young led us with tackles from the free safety position. Philip Booker played great at corner. Taylor Shelton and Taylor Hendricks also a solid game at corner. Cameron Clark, again, just very dependable at the strong safety position. Trent Mueller at linebacker, Joe Whalen at linebacker. Trent played through a little bit of a knee injury, not really an injury, but was banged up a little bit and finished the game, showed some toughness. Taylor Hilliard stepping in when Trent was out for a few series and playing well. And then the guys up front, Hayden and Sam and Hunter Pierce again, just really controlling that. C.J. Cameron at defensive end against the type of offense they were running had to perform well and did. And so we're just excited that all those guys really contributed. It was all around the board. Austin Morris hit a key extra point at the end of the game that provided a 4-point margin, so that a touchdown was necessary from Moore County, and we were able to hold them out of the end zone. Just a lot of great moments, a lot of great effort, plays from all of our guys. And again, it goes back to our week of preparation, I think, with our scout team really working hard and giving us a good look. So we were able to advance again to the second round of the playoffs for the second year in a row, which is exciting. We've got a tough challenge this week with Gordonsville. They're going to be a team that's a lot like us. They have a quarterback a lot like ours. Offensively and defensively, their schemes are very similar to ours. So it's going to be a challenge to go out there and do the things that we do well. Once again, in the playoffs, the team that makes the fewest mistakes, turns the ball over the least amount of times, really has the best chance to win. And so that's our attention this week, is to secure the ball and just play solid all across again. If we can turn last week's effort into a second time output this week, then we got a good chance. And we're just excited. Just a great time for Nashville Christian athletics and football in particular. Just can't say enough about the way these guys have hung together through a difficult year, and just asked for an opportunity. And then once we were afforded that, we really took advantage, and we hope to keep that going into the next round.